My name's Marie Wheaton. I'm Jack Smith's only daughter. Dad was here for 91 and a half years. We had to put him into a nursing home up at originally at Pyramid Hill and then Rochester nursing home. Dad was in reasonable health the last few months, but he wanted to keep coming down to the farm because, you know, this was his life. COVID hit and he was in lockdown, and at one stage we weren't able to visit him at all. And I used to ring him up twice a day, morning and afternoon. He used to always talk about the farm and I'd tell him what's happening and all that. His health was deteriorating very fast and he was starting not to eat, and they'd say to me, your father's, he's hanging on, he won't let go. Anyway, I was called there for a meeting on a Wednesday, and I discussed it with the palliative care. Well, they said to me after the meeting, what can we do for your father? And I said, well, Dad would love to come down to the farm. And she said, leave it with me. And that was the Wednesday. The Thursday she rang me up and said, the Royal Flying Doctors is going to fulfil your dad's wish and bring him down. I said, very good. And I said, when's this going to happen? She said, Friday. I said, tomorrow? She said, yes. And I thought that was lovely.
Well, the first thing was we got a text to do a one-off journey for Jack to go back to see his family. So it all happened pretty quickly. We went to pick up Jack, and it was a very emotional time for the staff. They were actually crying. It was so emotional just picking him up. We got to his home. Sam and I were made very welcome by Marie and her family. We saw some beautiful photos of Jack and his wife. I just felt that it was a privilege that that family let us be a part of their joy, sadness, their expectation. They knew what was going to happen, but they were made us feel very, very welcome. Jack was wheeled around the garden and we took some photos, and I think he said goodbye to his son that he had lost and his family.
The ambulance came down, and then when they opened the back door, his dad inside, and they had decorated it with eucalyptus leaves, branches. We wheeled him out and took him around the garden and, you know, sat on the couch and just looking, and he's looking at Mum and his wedding photo that hangs up on the wall. We followed the ambulance up to the top gateway and they wheeled him out of the ambulance, and at the entrance, and he's just looking down the driveway because we've got a long driveway lined with poplar trees, and he's looking down at the house, and then it was time for him to go. Yes. And 5 days later, I got the phone call to say he'd passed. And I couldn't, we fulfilled Dad's wish thanks to the Royal Flying Doctors. They did it. I couldn't have done it. No one could. We didn't have the expertise to bring him home.
We did get news of his passing 5 days later, which was sad, but then on the other hand, we were pleased that we were able to make his last wish come true.